On Capitol Hill, congressional lawmakers return after a lengthy August recess, and they're immediately off to work as they kick off a government funding fight with just 3 weeks to avert a shutdown. Congress has until October 1st to reach an agreement, and with such a short timeline, lawmakers will almost certainly need to pass a stopgap measure to keep the government funded. CBS News congressional correspondent Scott MacFarlane joins us now. So, Scott, House Republicans unveiled a stopgap funding bill Friday. Tell us about this continuing resolution, and is it still setting up for another long fight for Congress?
This will not be a smooth drive between now and September 30th, the deadline. This is going to be more like political bumper cars, where they're going into each other deliberately for the next few days, if not the next few weeks. The House Republicans have a plan to fund the government through March 28th, but it includes some things they know Democrats will not go for, including this thing called a SAVE Act, a federal bill prohibiting undocumented immigrants from voting in federal elections, which is already illegal, already doesn't happen, and Democrats say, including this provision, villainizes legal immigrants, chills people from voting, and perpetuates baseless claims about the 2020 election. And Democrats also, Lindsay, don't like funding all the way to March. They'd rather go through December and have another crack at this before the next president takes over and give more opportunities to fund things they really want, including more extended federal funding to rebuild the toppled bridge in Baltimore.
Obviously, none of this is happening in a vacuum. So what does the presidential race have to do with any of this? Do we know whether the Biden-Harris team or the Trump team are exerting any influence over lawmakers?
Some of that's peculiar, right? Because we don't know the political impact of a near shutdown or a shutdown on the November 5th elections, which is why both sides are scared of it, and neither side really wants that. That gives some leverage to those who just want to make a deal and be done with all this, which is why nobody has a firm expectation that there's going to be a shutdown, even a short one, on October 1st, because there's an uncertain political trajectory towards near shutdowns, and the entire U.S. House of Representatives is up for re-election.
You have some updates on some breaking news, Scott. A report about the 2021 U.S. withdrawal from Afghanistan has just been released by Republicans on the House Foreign Affairs Committee. What can you tell us?
Been waiting on this for quite a while. It's about 350 pages, and it blames the Biden administration, according to House Republicans, for failing to prepare an evacuation of Americans ahead of the toppling of the Abbey Gate attack, and the overall U.S. withdrawal from Afghanistan. What's more, this report, issued again by House Republicans, which includes a cover shot there of President Biden, also includes about 280 references to Vice President Harris, trying to tether her here to the imperfections and the failures of the U.S. withdrawal. They're going to argue, among other things in this report, that the embassy was let to be too big for too long. It should have been drawn down earlier to leave fewer people exposed, that the Abbey Gate should have been closed, and that the Biden administration was working off of its own artificial deadlines, dangerously so. Lindsay, Democrats respond saying it was the Trump administration that set all this in motion, that they withdrew or drew down too many U.S. troops too early, leaving people vulnerable. You see where this is going, Lindsay. Both parties are going to blame the other for the deaths in 2021. No surprise when you issue these kind of reports between Labor Day and Election Day.
Scott MacFarlane, thank you.